Right. I'm muted this time. If I don't know what happened last time. Um, can you hear me now? Hmm. Let me check. Testing, 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 testing. I bet. Um, tell me these two games. These two. Got you.
Ready to plant some seeds and reap the
Alright.
rewards.
First thing you want to do always is look at your comp, see what you got. You have a front line, so you will kind of be isolated by yourself. Um, because you're Starlord. Most of the time you want to play from an off angle. If you play like in front, there's just many better other people that can do it. And that's kind of what I'll focus on. That like if you're doing something suboptimal, just think that there is 500 other characters that you can do. Um, Actually, I'll try to stay away from hyperbole so you can like really think about it. There's like literally six other characters, if not more, who can do the same thing at a safer distance and better. So if you are playing Starlord suboptimally, there's just you should play another character. Um, so we'll kind of like review it from that point of view. That like, is this optimal play so you can get the best out of Starlord? Um, because Starlord is only good if you play him in optimal play. Um, Otherwise, you should choose another character if that makes sense. What I mean by that is like, for example, if you're front to back means like you're trying to shoot and wear down the tanks from the front until they fall, and then you beat the second line of defense, which is usually a DPS, and then you kill the supports. um, you shouldn't be front to back inside this lineup. You should be off angling or flanking.
You have to stop them from securing the mission.
Here, when you are not playing front to back, this is probably the only time I think you should use like all your cooldowns to get to the like in position as fast as possible. Like as soon as the front to back people, which is like the tanks and all that, meet here, you should already be in position. So you have to move as quick as possible, either here, here, or if you went to the left side, like around the stairs. So you want to use all your boosters, get here, wait till you get your boosters back, so you can engage on this at the same time your front tanks do that. So
We guard the galaxy.
um, in every other situation, I would say this is good, not using your cooldowns like at a spawn, but for the first fight, you want to be there as quick as possible because you're on a time crunch. Like they are probably going to get there in the next 15 seconds. And that means you want to be ready to engage in the next 15 seconds.
Sometimes we take stuff other people are
And you're kind of behind schedule because they're about to meet up in like the next 5 seconds, and you're here at a health pack.
I was looking for one of these.
And yeah, because you got hit, and now um alright, so first fight's always the most important, and I kind of want you to like realize The fight has been going on for like now 5 seconds, and you're still not doing anything. Um, so this is a problem. You have to be much quicker, much swifter. So just always think of like a better Starlord, or like a more refined Starlord, I think is a better term, would already be here, like ready to engage, taking this cooldown, taking this cooldown, and they probably would have died. Like you already see their health, they're patty caking, they're not getting anything from the front. So if your team wins this, it's not because it's because your team won. They would have already been dead if you're here. This is bad because you're not really aiming at something. You saw a target and you're kind of just shooting and spraying. You want to be as accurate as possible. Um, so this is what I mean by like aim training. You want to try to one clip, uh, if you can. If not, throw your new team up, get them in one place, and this could have been a one clip, but you missed literally every single thing. um, so again, for 30 seconds, you have done nothing. You get a kill, and you did 68 damage by accident. You have taken more damage at this point, while doing pretty much the least in the entire lobby. Uh, so yeah, this is bad. Um, and this is what I mean by like a lot of Star Lords overly rely on this mechanic. You really only want to do this mechanic when either you're out of bullets, like you already unloaded a full clip, and then you do this. Because let me just play it. This one in a better lobby, you die very quickly. You're in, I think right now, like Diamond 2 or something like that. They don't have enough aim to kill you. Um, so you don't die here the way that you're supposed to. And luckily, your team is like kind of running it down. But in any other circumstance, like you die here. This was a Hella or this was something else, you die here. This is a bad play and suboptimal play. What you're doing is kind of spraying and praying. You're maybe doing 50 damage here. You're doing like 20 damage here. You're doing nothing to her because she's not close enough. You're maybe doing uh, 20 damage here, maybe 50 there. Um, so, what I mean by suboptimal, imagine this is dangerous. Again, you can get literally two tapped in a better lobby. If you were Moon Knight, for example, you can get more value that is less risky if you're up top here shooting the Unk. So any other character inside this scenario would be better than Starlord if you're going to play it like this. The reason why you choose Starlord is so you can try to one clip and be a threat. You're not being a threat. You're kind of just adding damage. So the problem with this gameplay is if your team sucks, you lose. Like all the playstyle that you're playing right now is called win more. Meaning, if your team is doing good, then your stats will look good. You'll get the kills and stuff like that because you touched everyone. You touched him. You touched him. You touched him. Even though you're not a threat, they're the ones who's doing the killing, and you kind of touched everyone, so it makes your stats look good. It's a win more, meaning as long as you don't sell, your team wins. The problem with that is 50% of your team's going to be good, 50% of your team's going to be bad. So you're in a cycle of winning and losing because sometimes your team is good, sometimes your team is bad. This is not enough to get it done consistently to beat the 50%. This is In this lobby, it's not selling. In Grandmaster, I won't even say Grandmaster. Actually, maybe High Grandmaster. This is now selling to where now it's no longer 50-50. This is a net negative. So you're losing 70% of your games unless you have an overwhelming advantage. So to play this out, um, you're still not really hitting anything. Your percentage right now, Jesus Christ, is 20, which is pretty terrible. Uh, because you're not aiming. You have an aiming character, but you're not aiming. So literally any other character right now would be better. If you were a Squirrel Girl, you would have done much, much more than what you're doing right now. If you're a Moon Knight, you could have been doing much, much more right now. If you were a Cyclops, you could be doing much, much more right now. Quite literally any character right now. You have by far like the lowest damage on your team of like the damage dealers. Um, you're even competing with Ultron who has already died right now, but you have 2 kills even though you really didn't contribute much. So that's what I mean by win more. You kind of have this play style where just by being on a winning team, it seems like you're getting value when in all it's just that you have the better team.
Not bad for a wannabe crime lord, kid.
So while doing nothing, having an 18% win rate, I mean 18% percentage, only 700 damage. You have 3 kills, even though you really didn't do anything. um, so without just telling you everything that's bad, the better thing would have been to do actually attack with a plan. Um, Again, get to the flanks much quicker, try to be a threat, try to one clip or at least damage them to where they have to focus you and not pay attention to the front. This is good. You want to move quickly to the flanks, the off angles. This is cool. I think someone's here. Uh, what I think that you're gonna do is attack here, attack from here, and this isn't necessarily a problem. But this is what I tell everyone, like when they're flanking, it's always best to attack from behind because that's at least zero point 0.3 seconds of free damage before they have to turn around and look at you. Like up here, he can still just, turn around this way, which is still good. Um, but so I'll just see what you do. That's cool. But again, so this is what I mean. Like you get a final hit, you get even elimination and stuff like that. Well, this isn't actually your kill. This is Magneto's.
God. Here they are now.
So Magneto already has some like literally 36 health. Before you actually get some kills. But now the scoreboard looks like you're doing something and like, oh, yeah, I'm doing so good. I have 4 kills, which is the second most in the lobby and stuff like that. When in actuality, um, you haven't contributed like anything. As a matter of fact, if you weren't here, if this was 5 versus 6, this probably would still be the same thing. Like you haven't done much that you're supposed to do. Again, you're frontlining. This is suboptimal, but I won't say it's the worst thing in the world. Again, if you're gonna be here as Starlord, a Moon Knight would be much better. A Squirrel Girl would be much better. A Punisher would be much better. Your job as Starlord is always to make them have to divert their attention. Where imagine a cannon that shoots 1,000 damage. If 1,000 damage comes over here, you know, that's a problem. You want them to only use 80% of that damage, if not 60% of that damage there, and then 40% of the damage trying to hit you. That's how you maximize your potential as a flanker-esque character like Starlord. So staying here is a mistake, but again, your team is better, so it doesn't even matter. This is good. This is a hard angle. I don't mind hard angles, especially on Starlord. Um, these are more risky. You have to be, let's see, you have to be like you have to have pristine aim and stuff like that. So this is, I think, I like you going for these plays, and I think you should, especially more inside this rank. You're gonna probably lose more duels than you win currently, but you keep taking them, you get better, your aim gets better, and all that. But as for if you're just trying to in your mind rank up, this is bad, because this is not a duel that perhaps that you're gonna win often, um, as of right now.
Better stop that vehicle!
But this is good.
Oh, sweet moves, right?
Yeah, so that's kind of what I mean. Like you kind of get peeled out very, very quickly, um, before you even get a shot. Good job playing your life. Uh, but yeah, again, this is a risky duel in the first place. I wouldn't take this, um, especially like waiting for him in the way that you did. If you were, you should have been like more, hidden. Wait until like they're really, really engaging and he's shooting this way, and then you attack. Taking what you're trying to take, um, you know, Cyclops isn't a small boy. He's not like some helpless, you know, uh, like support or something like that. Though none of the supports in like Rivals is like really helpless. Um, where you can just easily, win this. So I'm not mad at you taking it, but technically you didn't even take it. He just kind of punked you and you get to run away. So I do kind of want you to look at this, that currently you have 700 damage taken and you have done like 700 damage on 20% shooting, but your stats are 4 kills, 1 final hit, 0 death. You kind of have done nothing. You have taken more damage, or about the same damage that you have done, while your teammates have done literally 8 times that at this point. While damage isn't necessarily like a number used to like determine value, because like a Spider-Man often doesn't have high damage numbers, but what they do have is high solo kills. If you want to rank up, that is the singular best way, both tank and DPS and supports to carry. You need solo kills where you can literally carry the team. That's how you win. And currently, you don't even have relatively even close to that.
Disappear!
Needed that boost.
Again, still nothing. This is very terrible. Your 250 target standing in front of 6 characters, and a lot of them have like ricochet or some type of thing like this. This is terrible. Again, if you're going to do that, literally any other character is better. This is a very terrible position. again, any other character would be better here. Suboptimal. Um, you're only at 1,000 damage. Ultron's out damaging you. Um, if you were to be useful inside this fight, this is the best position. This is also a good option. And where Cyclops press you out of, the reason why he pressed you out of there is because that's a good spot. That's actually would have been a very good spot right now. That's called a hard flank. Um, it's very dangerous, and I often don't recommend it if you're trying to win. But if you are trying to get better, I do recommend it because you do have to take those duels, and eventually you will lose most of them. But over time, you'll get better, and you know. So I'll say that if you're trying to get better, hard flank. If you're trying to win and learn the maximum value of Starlord, soft flank, hard angle right here. This is where you should be. You should be putting pressure on her or Cyclops. Obviously, this is the best target. Um, Whenever you're deciding on target, um, often it's always support first. But even outside of that, imagine these are just like stick figures. You want to target the person in the back because if this person has to help this person, this person has to turn around here. But if you shoot, sorry, but if you shoot this person is already looking there. All they have to do is keep doing what they're doing, like looking forward and stuff like that. So the way that you create value is by making them look in a way that they're not looking. So again, imagine 1,000 damages going here, but you shoot here. One, she has to stop shooting forward, so that's already 17% gone. This person might turn around to help, so that's 50% gone. So that is now 1,000 damage going here. Now only 500 damage. These people can easily handle 500 damage and then overwhelm these three while they're trying to deal with this. But you're kind of so again, this is your team just kind of carrying, and I don't believe MVP really matters. It's like a cool little accolade or whatever. Um, the game tries to predict like who's doing like the best and stuff like that, and um, but you can see that Magneto really is like kind of being like one of the best players on the team, um, with Hood and Iron Man like really helping out. You missed every single bullet, and this should be like the easiest thing because you got her stunned. Once you get someone stunned, take your time. Like you're wasting bullets. You're already shooting. By the time you hit her once, you already lost 15 ammo, and you continue missing until you have zero. So I believe a full clip of Starlord does, I believe it's like 280, or 260, maybe 240. I'm pretty sure it's like in that high range or something like that. You hit her like twice, and she pretty much has all her life. Well, she does, and yeah, that's a problem. Yes, she's ulting and stuff like that, but you could still put like much more pressure on her and cause things to happen. But again, this is what I mean. You didn't do anything, but you got the kill because Magneto, but you were just in the area. This isn't really helping the fight, and if you continue playing like this, again, you'll stay in the rank because 50% of the team will be that first score. Your team is just better, and this team is just worse. But you haven't really demonstrated anything to, win this fight. Literally, anyone could have replaced you, and nothing would have changed at this point. Um, you haven't been a factor. And currently, right now, even though you're just farming tanks, your accuracy is like really, really low. And yeah, 32% is not going to cut it, especially when you're shooting tanks. Your accuracy should be more like 45%, if not 50, and that's while shooting DPS, not a huge target like Dino, where it should be literally impossible to miss. Um, but currently yours is 32%. And again, your damage received is pretty much equal to your damage um, done. So it is, I'm not sure how much time passed inside the game, but most people are on their second alt. You're still trying to get your first one because, again, you haven't done anything yet. Like at this point, you should have already been like next to your second alt, if not like halfway to your second alt. Um, Sorry, you should have been halfway to your second alt, if not already having your second alt. So this kind of shows like your inactivity and like the losing team has more damage than you as Starlord. So that's pretty problematic. So currently what I'm saying is your setups are really bad. Um, yeah, your setups are really bad. Your angling is really bad, and um, your target priority is bad. Like, I know he's a big target, but like for example, shoot her. So yeah, currently you are kind of just being carried by the fact that you have a better team by a very, very, very big margin. That was that was good. Um, and I want to emphasize like good and not great. Um, he's this is like the easiest target in the world. You should already be shooting him right now. This should be like free bangs. Um, for That's cool that you did this. I'm not mad at it, but again, you were literally in any lobby that's not gotten into. You died before this even begins, and I can imagine you're like, heal me, but he's shooting at you, she's shooting at you, you're literally like in his face, um, Julie's shooting at you, she's shooting at you, you have 250 health. Like, look at where he's shooting. He's shooting you. She's shooting you. He's shooting you. He's maybe you guys should be. You living here? I'm not sure if you actually do live here. Is by the basement. Like you're supposed to. By all means, you should not live. This is bad. I understand why you want that close. When you don't trust your aim, you tend to get closer so you can shoot. So a lot of your positioning problem is caused by you not trusting your aim. And like by all means, again, you should be right here. This is good though. You got the kill, so I'm glad that you lined up and eventually got it. Uh, so this is kind of what I mean by like your team's carrying you. One, they're killing you from terrible position. Like this guy's coming over there so he can try to kill you. um, Luckily, your Magneto bubbles you, and you know they heal you. You have 9 health. By there's no reason that you should have looked there. If you were in a slightly, like even slightly better lobby, let's say Diamond 2 to Diamond 1, you should have died there because that was terrible. So let me tell you what you should have done instead. This, what you did here, this is actually perfect. Like this is really really good Starlord gameplay. This is what you should always be thinking. Your team's here, awful, perfect. Here, a good place. This is a nuanced game, so it's not like every Star Lord in the world would go up here. However, the best Star Lords in the world would go off England, which is here, which is here. This is a little bit less optimal than those positions, but here, and then again, if you go the hard angle route, like I was talking about here, because y'all are about to win this point, they're going to be like kind of smushed and all that. So, whatever you're doing right now, this is cool. If you're more aware of your surroundings, you also could have got this. I think one of them do. They do not. And that could have been your kill. Oh, they do eventually get it. So this is terrible because now you lose your good positioning, so you can try to chase this kill. This is awful. Again, being surrounded by 6 people. Um, just stay up here and shoot, or pressure this, or pressure this. You don't have to chase kills, especially when you have the advantage. Um, I don't think you often do pay attention to the kill feed enough. I can't tell if you're also pressing tab because this is review, but you should also be doing that to see what they have and who your target should be. Because right now it does feel like you're kind of aimless, and yeah. So again, you're at 2,000 damage, which is the same as your Ultron. With one final hit, you haven't done anything like very game defining. Like if you were on the enemy team, for example, replace you with Hey Nick or the Cyclops on the team, your team would lose very, very bad. And you'd be like, oh, my team's some shit and all this different type of stuff. And the reason why is because it's not you who's like really contributing. You're kind of just being there. Um, so this is again terrible. You survive with 9 health by all means. You should have died. If Dino was better, if Punisher was better, if Shorty was better, you should have died. But luckily, you had an amazing um, Ultron, um, Raccoon, and Neo, who would not let you die. But get away. And again, um, Magneto ulted for, I believe, a second time, and you haven't ulted once. You haven't gotten your ult once. As you can see, Magneto's like, again, just carrying. He's getting all these kills. You kind of are still active. This is good. Again, always be mindful where your team is at, where the front line is at. They're here. This is okay. Um, you're like in a better lobby, you're gonna get picked out here. Um, so you can stay here, just kind of spray whatever. Um, During this time, I wouldn't just say damage mindlessly. I would say use this as a setup time. This is coming over here, so obviously they're gonna meet like somewhere around here. So your job is to get in the best spot as possible. Maybe that is here. Maybe that is here. Both these angles could work. Just have an escape plan. Or again, hard flank. I only recommend hard flank again if you're trying to get better and take those duels and stuff like that. Um, and wait until they are like fully over here. You don't want to take, you never want to take a duel, in my opinion, um, where it's 50-50. Um, that that's just not worth it. You want to always take a duel that you have an advantage, and the way that you create that advantage is if they are facing this way and they have another job that they're supposed to be doing, but they have to fight you with one hand because now they have to leave that job to fight you. So, um, yeah, this is cool.
Better stop that vehicle!
Yeah, I probably would not shoot because you already have ult. You don't want to feed their ult charge. I wouldn't go here. Yeah, this is cool. You're waiting. Um, it does feel like you have an obvious goal in mind that you're about to ult. Um, again, your Magneto's kind of carrying, just doing what he's supposed to. He's already at about to have his third ult by the time you ult once. Again, kind of nothingness right now. Um, Even the Iron Man who has died 3 times, who has been spawned back and forth, has 2 times more damage than you. So that just shows your inactivity. I don't know what possessed you to do this. Um, and I think maybe it's from like patience and stuff like that. Yeah, you saw Magneto die and stuff like that. Your team went up here. The difference is this is a tank. Um, this nigga is crazy. He should not be there. Um, yeah, obviously you're gonna see him die because this is also um, not the greatest. Um, and I think maybe you saw that. It's like, oh, let me join in the queue. And you never want to join like here. Like if you were to join and like let me rewind. So you see your team is feeling froggy. They want to push up, which is what I mean by paying attention. If you wanted to join, you do not join from this. You have 250 help. Yeah, that Iron Man was in there. Um, you never want to join the. Remember, think like Tracer. Like if you are to join here. Like she literally would die if you just went here. Um, and honestly, maybe Mag wouldn't have died, and then so on and so forth. So this, whatever you're doing here, is kind of like here. You should have noticed. Okay, all my team is going in, so shoot, I need to too. And you don't do that through there. Again, you never go through main. You're 250 health. You go that way. But again, you kind of do nothing for 30 seconds. Um, Magneto even gets the kill on the Punisher, even without. So this is what I mean. Like this entire game was pretty much 5 versus 6, and they're winning just because they're so much better, especially the Magneto than like everyone else. He's doing the job of like 4 people, or 3 people, and haven't contributed much. It's like 2,000 damage. Um, and you're kind of like this has been you kind of like most of the game. You're just kind of being part and stuff like that. I do want to pay attention because this might seem like a small detail, but really pay attention to this. That Iron Man had to use his ult so he can kill the invis. Um, if you killed the invis, he wouldn't have to have used his ult there, and he could have used his ult for someone else. Punisher's already dead. Um, Invis should be dead, and maybe Punisher's. I mean, ult, Iron Man's ult could have been to Cyclops or to Jubilee or something, but now he had to use it for Invis. So this fight could have been completely different. I don't know the outcome of this fight or whatever. Um, if you're in the right position, Strange dies, so it would have been a 3v3. You're in the right position. My favorite position actually did not be good. This is, in my opinion, this is the enemies. So if you didn't get the kill here, cool. Personally, I feel this is yours. You're here, for example. Strange good guy, rip off your art, so forth and so on. Your Iron Man will die, your Knight wouldn't die. And now they equal the score. This is what I call an alt with no plan. Y'all already lost like a good amount. And now you guys are ulting instead of regrouping. You don't have any, like, at best, okay, you kill Jubilee, you kill Cyclops, you're not gonna kill the Strain, you're not gonna kill that. So what? Now it is 2 and 2 more coming, so it would just be 4 versus 4. And y'all have 1 Ultron to heal. So it's kind of like a thoughtless. So you get to this. And it's not really like you want after you ult that it's a clear decisive win that you're able to push cart for at least like 30-40 seconds. You don't have that because
Oh, disappointed.
actually maybe I'm being a little nitpicky. Maybe you do.
Judge, jury,
Okay,
executioner! Someone's pulling mushrooms.
yeah, I can't call that. So yeah, without pressing on that one too much, that one was a nuanced situation. It's cool that it worked. It's cool that Hood also ulted at the same time you did. Um, I actually let me actually see. The only time I would ult inside this situation is if I see that Hood ults. He ults. And so this is what I mean, but like this is why I feel like it was a coincidental thing. And if you don't go with a plan, like it just happens that you ult it at the same time that Hood did, because Hood is not ulting right now. You are quite literally flying up in the sky with the mind that, oh, I'm gonna turn this around by ulting and stuff like that. And it's like if Hood didn't ult here, this thing is completely different. But luckily, I'm not sure. Maybe he reacted to you ulting. Yeah, it seems like that because he sees you ult, he ults. So he did the right thing to where yours was probably suboptimal. He turns like a suboptimal play that is just like, okay, we're committing ults instead of it being, just a okay play. Let's make it a great play. So this works out. I still, yeah, I wouldn't recommend this play. Um, so you win this round, all that. Not a lot to be said. All right, let's go to the defense.
By the eye.
Nothing heals the soul like a bit of gardening.
So to kind of recap, your engagements are slow. One, your positioning's like off, and oftentimes it's because you don't trust your aim. I think we talked about this in VODs before, where you will go super, super close, just so you can like get the shots that you need to. And
Get ready.
that's least terrible positions and leads you to like yelling at your supports like, "Hey, heal me!" It's like, bro, you're 250 health. You're not a tank. Um, you can literally be capped by quite literally anything. Um, here, your goal should be um checking for angles. You're a Starlord, so the same way that you want to attack is the way someone else wants to attack. So if someone wants to go here, you need to be a guard dog here, a guard dog here. When the team collapses, you can hit them from this angle here. You can hard flank and get them there. Um, this is also a very viable position. Again, this is a nuanced game, so many, many places are good. Um, Usually there's like 8 good options and 2 bad options. And usually the 2 bad options has to do with staying anywhere in main. So this is bad.
We have beaten death before on our own. It came at a cost.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am.
You're gonna be here. Don't be main. You can literally die by anything. Be here and always have an escape plan. So mastery of your character also means, hey, I know where every single escape option I have and where I'm gonna escape. I'm gonna think of Captain America for example. A Captain America who's like, oh, I know how to play Cap because I know how to press R1, I know how to block, I know how to do all this. Is not a good Cap. A good Cap knows, okay, I'm always gonna have one cooldown. If I engage here, I know I'm going to quickly escape here. I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna get this health pack, go up here, go straight to my team. A bad Cap fights, use all his cooldowns here, boom, boom, boom. Oh no, my shield broke, my health's low, and tries to run this way. Team save me. Oh no, I'm caught with my pants down.
What you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
So, yep, this is
I'm
good.
not the man I used to be.
Try to make sure that you don't engage before your team engages. Mm-mm-mm. Damn shame.
I have found a greater cause.
There's 2 ways to play this. Uh, After someone on your team gets eliminated, either you all can slowly back up until the other comes back, or if you are good enough, try to even score by either making two people focus on you, because if two people focus on you, now it's a 4v4. It's very equal. Or if you're good enough, one clip. This is what I do with Tracer. I'll click quickly one clip, boom, recall, whatever. Now it's a 5v5. So either try to get a quick kill or make two people distracted to where it's a 4v4.
It seems we have company.
Bad, this isn't bad. You're kind of moving in slow because no, actually, this is fine because your team is slowly backing up. Um, I think I said it's working for you or something. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. You should not fly your jets as like loud as possible. Just walk. Now you can't get any like kill that probably you would have because you already messed up your engagement. Probably gonna die. Again, if you're literally any better lobby, you should die here. But you kind of get bailed out. Yeah, this is terrible. If you're gonna do this, just walk. Like they're already looking at you. Like like again, if you're in a better lobby, you die before you even do anything. So um, this is kind of the problem with when people fall in rank. Um, they develop bad habits because they're just like, oh, it worked inside this lobby, it's gonna work, no. I mean, I think y'all saw with the smurfing hella, like most people who are good at this game, they've been playing for hours. They have aim. Um, they will kill you. These, unfortunately, are lower lobbies, so they reinforce like negative habits that, oh, I can get away with this. No, in the real world, you would not. You would die before you land. Again, you're pressed out very, very quickly. You go super close because you don't trust your aim. Um, and if um, your Spider-Man wasn't in Spidey, you should have died here. So again, count your blessings. Again, your team's kind of doing like a lot of work, but your stats, like, oh, I have 4 final kills, I have 11 kills, um, and 0 deaths. That means I'm doing good. When in actuality, your team's like really, really kind of crazy. I think this isn't to nitpick, but I want to show you like this is kind of what I mean by like your team's kind of doing everything, but you're kind of getting like the credit for it. This you did the smart decision. There is a res beacon. You want to break this. You miss half of your bullets before you even touch this, if not more. You are you are still missing at this point. The one who breaks this is not you. It's not you. But inside your head, you're probably like, oh, I broke the beacon and stuff like that. Like, no, if Mag was not Thanos inside this game, you all lose this by a big, big margin. As a matter of fact, switch Moose on Mars with Dive Player, and it will be a complete wash. Because he has done everything for you guys. And I don't think that you guys like kind of even notice that, where you're low health, you're 9 HP, he's bubbling you. Um, they use their support alts, and they were overwhelming you guys. He uses ult. and he killed the supports. He was doing like so much different other things for you guys. He's um, pretty much the highest damage dealer. Magneto should not have as much damage as Hood, but he does. Um, he's just doing like so much for you guys. But it's like, yeah, it's like, I broke the beacon, I never kills, doing this, I died, I'm doing so great, and stuff like that. This is bad, again, because you're frontline. Um, but I won't say like it's the most horrible thing because at least it's a slight off angle. Um, again, in the higher lobby, you die here. This is cleanup, so it's not the worst thing ever either. They're probably all gonna die. Yeah, for cleanup, I'm not gonna harp on it too much. During cleanup, your positioning doesn't matter too much, especially because you guys have the advantage, even if on the off chance that you do die, um, you know, you can come back quickly. But don't build bad habits during cleanup. Again, very, very, very good. Your Spidey already got like a critical kick. That makes it 5 versus 6. That makes 6 versus 6.
My daughter's blessing!
So again, this is just your team being very, very good, and perhaps like you again see your stats just like, oh, I'm doing so good, such and such, um, 14 kills, 0 deaths, I'm him, all this. Um, your Spider-Man is literally spawn camping like their key, their rocket, their mag, and all this same type of stuff. Um, your Magneto being Thanos and stuff like that. So I don't want to press too much on this game, especially because y'all win. So I do want to say that like the problem with games that you win, oftentimes those are the games you want to bother you the most because they build the wrong habit. Because you won those games and you're just like, I won because of me. When in actuality, when we review that game, you were pretty much invisible. That if you were on the other side, your team would be getting walked because you didn't really do anything. You weren't in the right angles at the right time. Your positioning was like that. Your alt usage was debatable. I won't press it too much. But how many times you got your alt was very, very problematic. Mag got his alt 3 times before you got yours once. Sorry, 2.5 times before you got yours once. The supports got their alts twice before you got yours once. Yeah, you weren't in constant pressure. Here, this should be kind of an easy win for you guys. What I mean by that is you have 2 flanking characters, um, and they do have anti-dive, but like not in the anti-dive that affects you guys. Like Penny shouldn't affect Spidey if he's good enough. Um, Elsa, if you are good enough, shouldn't really bother you. But I mean, Elsa's Elsa, so she is kind of Thanos. So I kind of walk that back. You have 2 frontline tanks who should take like most of the attention from like um, Namor and Strange. Rocket and Invis should be a free lick if you guys hit your shots, but we'll see how this goes.
Ready to plant some seeds and reap the...
This worries me already because you're at this door. It shows me that you're not ready to take like a off angle. You should already be like planning to go here, over there, or literally where Spidey is. He has the right idea. Unfortunately, you do not. Um, so again, always just think if I'm in a position where Cyclops Moon Knight can get more value from me. Squirrel Girl can get more value than me, and I'm in the wrong position because I'm effectively doing something someone else can be doing better. Um, Same thing as Hulk, for example. If I'm standing front line and I'm just punching, I do 40 damage per punch. That's not anything. If I'm standing front line and doing that, literally every single tank in this game, Captain America does more damage. Um, Thor obviously does more damage. Hood does more damage. Emma does more damage. Strange does more damage. Even Penny Parker does more damage than Hulk than punching in the front line. So that means staying in the front line doing this means I am suboptimal, meaning if I'm doing that, I'm essentially selling because I can be being another character, adding more value. What other characters can't do is one, provide a bubble for my team, and then going to the back lines and bothering these people, making 2 or 3 or 4 people turn around. None of the other tanks, except like um, Cap or like Venom, can really do that. So that means me being here is suboptimal as Hulk. Me being here, however, is something no one else can do, which makes me effective. So same thing as you. You being here is suboptimal because you're doing barely any good damage, whereas a Squirrel Girl can do more, a Punisher can do more, a Moon Knight can do more, Cyclops can do more. What they can't do is quickly and effectively get here, bother her, zoom out if you need to, come back in, bother her, zoom in, zoom out, and hopefully even get like a one clip and stuff like that. Take care of the res beacon, let your team walk in. Um, Also, whenever you see a rocket beacon, take care of this. You're like the best person who can take this out because you can move and navigate more than anyone else. So this
Three,
is good, and
two,
I like that you're doing this.
one.
Really, really good, and then you mess it up.
Look who's here.
Well, this isn't terrible. It's just kind of wasted movement. Like your jet's already low. If you're in the right position, you wouldn't have to have done that. Um, could have literally just walked up there, go up there, and then boom, you would have saw this. You could have taken this out. Hopefully you do see it. If you do not see
Watch your
it,
step.
um, I don't know how you don't see it. Uh, Maybe you're communicating with the Spidey too on your dive target, which isn't terrible. My fear is, and what I feel like is gonna happen is you're gonna go here. You see a lot of targets. Um, um, I am gonna kind of pick on you, but with your um, current Diamond Starlord brain, you see, oh, this is a lot of targets that I can get a lot of damage on. So I'm gonna go here and I'm going to do my spray random things and get damage in and stuff like that. And hopefully Spider-Man can come also and help. Where the most optimal play is just shoot her in the head. You already have the advantage because you can. I'm not sure if you know this. With half of your clip, meaning you don't have to empty all 50. If you shoot her in the head or Rocket in the head, you can kill them with, I believe, 25 bullets, if not less. Um, so, see how this goes. This is actually really good.
No more spiders to worry about.
Really good.
Oh, sweet moves,
Um,
right?
so you didn't do what I did. Thought you were gonna do, and that was actually really, really good. And helpful for the team. You got rid of the penny nest. That was really good. but this is where you mess up. This is good. Falling down is a terrible mistake, at least in the way that you did it, especially because, and you should see that they have a Namor. Your Namor literally just kills someone else. You have this like literally beaming you. Um, and this is what I mean by, I believe like a lot of times, Starlord's inside this rank, um, Captain America's in this rank. Most divers inside this rank, they don't have a plan on what to do. Like, even if, for example, you got that kill, there's no real reality where you get out of here. There's a Elsa here. There's a Invis here. There's a Rocket here. There's a Penny here. There's a Strange here. You don't get out of this alive, even if you kill one person. And perhaps inside your head, it's like, that's a good trade because, you respond quicker and stuff like that. That's debatable for a lot of reasons, especially if they have like a rocket res beacon or something like that. But yeah, this is this is what I mean by like these low lobbies kind of create like bad habits. You somehow actually do make it out because your team is healing you and you are flipping your life away, and this team is horrible and they don't see a Starlord in front of them, and she's missing every single shot and all that. This is much less the tournament that we be playing. Um, the Elsas there obviously are Thanos on steroids. They are going to kill us extremely easy and fast. You get out of here. With the right thing, you reset. This is not good staying here. Maybe you're overwhelmed and flustered and stuff like that. That's cool. What you should do is what you did before. Go up here. Go here. If you went here, you would have saw the res beacon. Much more useful than whatever you're doing here. Any space made here, it will be because of your team, not because you. And so whatever damage numbers that you're seeing right here, just remember it is suboptimal because you're a Punisher, you're a Squirrel Girl, you're literally anyone else. You'll be doing like so much more.
Watch out there, Penny!
Which is cool.
An unseen assist.
Skill duty,
Did you see that?
and Penny type duty. Namor's Thanos. New characters if you guys aren't prepared. I don't think it has to be like that way, but yeah. He's trying to block your traps. He sucks. So you get it. Very good. This is bad. This is a mechanics issue again. So I'm not gonna touch too hard on it. Just work on your aim. Don't. When I say work on your aim, I do have to like try to be as specific as possible. When you work on your aim, what that means is think of an archer. If you have a bow and an arrow, someone who has aim doesn't just, I see a big tree, let me hit this. The person who has aim is there's this small space on this tree. I want to hit it again and again on this specific spot. If I miss from this spot, that means I miss. Think darts. If you hit it in the target, you are on point, you are accurate. If you hit it anywhere else, yes, you hit the target, but that's not what you're aiming for. So always with these characters, you're not just trying to hit a body, you're trying to hit their head. You are trying to click their head. Anything else other than that is suboptimal. For you, it feels like you are just trying to hit anything, anything flesh, anything whatever. Try to actually pinpoint, aim at their head, and hit it each and every time, because that's what aim means. In matter of fact, let me see. I don't think I can see it here. Yeah, I can see a critical, but yeah, so right here, you're just aiming at anything. Like you're not really a target in mind. So again, constantly, this causes you to have bad positioning and stuff like that. If you're in any other lobby that's not Diamond 2, you die here. So again, constantly being saved by your team and your head, you feel like this is what your team should be doing. Your team should be saving you and stuff like that. And realistically, no, they shouldn't be saving you. Like you should be dead here because should be the enemy team should be much better and they should be killing you. But again, you got away with death twice now because the enemy team is not that good, and it allows you to get away with these big mistakes.
The web of life and destiny. Enjoy
I like that, so I want to give you credits here. It does seem like one again, you shouldn't be here in the first place, but I do like you are at least trying to. You are hitting a good amount, but you are also missing a good amount. But you are trying to hit um, um, Penny in the head. So that was really good. Really good.
This is real firepower!
Really good as well. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know what that is. It feels like you got overwhelmed when you started like pressing buttons. So you did a lot of things really well. This is where I think that you started messing up. Um, I don't know. You saw alt and you decided to do this. If you wanted, you can shoot this. Um, I would say though, during Luna's alt is not a priority. Um, Literally anything else what you're doing right now would have been better. Whether you're shooting here, Penny's isolated and has like multiple people shooting her. Um, that's a good option. Um, Shooting literally the Namor in front. Um, Literally just standing forward and shooting the Invis in front. Like you do a lot of damage. This is very suboptimal. And you do pretty much nothing. So Penny, who could have died, does not die. Rocket, who could have died, is not dead. Strange, who was literally all the way over there, is not dead. The trap is still there after the alt ends. Namor is still here. And now, yeah, he did. He hit it. He tried to hit it on the. I don't know if he tried to hit it on. Yeah, I don't know if he tried to hit it on the floor, but This Joe ended up on the roof, which is nuts to me. Um, so again, the problem with this is you don't. The game is so nuanced that you sometimes don't see your domino effect that it has on the game. If you guys kill Penny right there, or Strange when he was literally, I want to show you how bad his position was when he was literally right there. If you one click this invis or this um Namor, then what happens now is Emma doesn't have to use this. Emma has to do this because you all already committed two ults. Rocket's ult and now Luna's ult. In order for this fight to go your way, now she has to commit her ult. If you guys won off of either Rocket's ult, which it wasn't supposed to win because their Rocket ulted, it's cool. It's boom boom. That's cool. However, after Luna ults, you all should be able to win simply off of that. And you weren't hitting the shots that you're supposed to, and you weren't target prioritizing the way that you're supposed to. So literally, Luna's ult did nothing. Like it amounted to nothing until Emma's like, okay, to make this work the way that it's supposed to, let me ult. So again, you get the kills, and it feels like I'm the man, I got this kill, I did this, I got the finals hits and all this and blah blah blah. I got 4 kills, I didn't die and all this. This wasn't your handiwork. This was Emma's. This was Luna's. You were there to help clean up, but you didn't actually tip the fight. As a matter of fact, if you were Squirrel Girl, if you were Cyclops, if you were Moon Knight, you Emma wouldn't have to have ult there because you would have helped the fight so much more better because you were standing main and you were hitting shots. She is cooking you, and this is not even close. This is Jesus Christ. Okay, where do I start here? Because okay, she is Thanos. However, you didn't help the case. In a matter of fact, honestly, inside this case, you should win. She has no charges, so she doesn't have any charges. So theoretically, honestly, this is actually a 50-50 chance. She just won this not because her character is better, it's just because she's better. Like your thing's not even on her. Hold on, let me. This entire time, your crosshair does not even make contact with her. By the time you are down. Meanwhile, her, who has aim, who has the discipline, she has shot twice and she has hit you twice. What the hell type of crosshair is this? Like, there's no way that you're gonna win this because you already have health. You have taken out 3 health of hers because now you're at 90. Of course you're gonna lose this. Um, Mastery of your character also means she is beating the hell out of you. You are caught with your pants down. What now? This is a bad option. It seems good because the health pack's right there. but she can literally just walk out there too. Better option is up here. She can't get up there and then get that.
Oh, did you see that?
So you lost 1v1 in a way that wasn't close to where if you were better, you should have won that. And again, saved by the team because Res became
See, I'm flocking help.
Got that vehicle.
she gets the
Later, Joe.
kill, you get the elimination because you touched her a couple of times, but Spider-Man helps clean it up.
I promise you will reach the web. An open portal. The enemy will be coming.
Bye.
And you're aiming at nothing, and every time you get hit by a Doctor Strange ult, I need you to realize that is 100% your fault. You should never be in a position where you can get caught by a strange ult as Star-Lord. One, you either shouldn't be next to your team to get caught by a Doctor Strange ult, or even if he tries to solo you, you should have your cooldown where you can easily die.
By the eye of
Which is
Agamotto!
very, very good, what you just did right here. Perfect.
Time!
That was really good. And still a minute. And you die to this for the same reason I've always said. You're staying main. You're 250 health. This is a Penny, but replace Penny with literally anything. You die here. They have a Squirrel Girl. They have a Moon Knight. They have a Johnny. They have a Storm. They have a Cyclops. They have anything that has like AoE damage. They have a Jean Grey. You die because the rest of your team is taking damage, which means you take damage. This just happens in the way that happens because it's Penny, but substitute her with literally anyone you have in there because you are 250 health. 250 health means you should never be made. You don't have the life to be made.
Face oblivion! That's real power.
If you was in a better position here, you know that they want to teleport. You're here, boom, they come out the teleport. You could have altered this. She dies. He doesn't res. Penny shouldn't be able to set up. All this. So much things happens if you are in the right position. You're not. So you're not able to make the effective changes in the game to make the game go inside your control.
There you are.
Like if your team wins, it would just be because your team is better, not because you made things change. So I also want you to think of this when people are doing like unranked GMs and stuff like that. It's not simply, oh, their aim is better than mine or my team is better than their team. It's because they were the difference maker. Inside these two games that we're reviewing, like you're not in the position to be a difference maker. You're playing main too much. If you're playing main, that means you don't have the ability to make a difference, and you're nowhere where you can get solo kills, so you can pull things. You're nowhere where you can get maximum like effort, maximum efficiency with your ult. This just can't be good gameplay for Star-Lord. If you was to replace your character with Moon Knight, Cyclops, Squirrel Girl, Punisher, maybe I can say this is like a 8 out of 10 or something like that. But Star-Lord currently is like a 3 out of 10.
We ain't never getting to
This is
Budokan.
good. You're waiting for your team. You're never going to go in without them. This seems like you've got an ult. Kind of predictable, but it's not the wrong play per se. You want to make sure that they kind of know that you are a team. You get this. Um, no, I would say it's the right play. Uh, what I was gonna say is maybe wait until they're more in the fight. But no, this is fine. This is really good. Um, so yeah, I give the alt like an 8 out of 10. Because again, they could have been fighting more. The reason why they are able to kite it is because it's not a like hard on fight yet. Granted, it is difficult for them to have a hard on fight because the pain traps and stuff like that. Um, but with that said, uh, I think this is the right decision.
Time for
This is really good. I think these last two plays are the first difference makers that you have made in literally either of the games. So within I don't I don't know how long I've been live reviewing. Uh, it's been an hour 30 already. This is the first time that you have done like anything like difference makers. Um, you got the kills, which pressured the enemy team. You actually even got some solo kills, and now you're allowing your team to walk up because you're killing their mines and stuff like this. This is only possible because you made it happen. Like you right now are the difference maker, and this is the first time. And again, this is also good. Um, yeah. So the last 1 minute, 2 minutes, I give what the hell? Anyways, the last 1 minute, 1 minute 30 or so, I give you like I would say like overall like 9 out of 10. Destroying the mines, the ultimates at the um pretty alternate time. I don't want to harp on this because this just ruined all the praise I was about to give and all this. But you see her like you you literally see her. Bro, what?
Oh man, I gotta make another
I don't know if it's your aim settings or something too. You just seem stiff. Like you react like an old person that has like that has osteoporosis. It's just like, bro, what?
Oh, did you see that?
She walked past you and then you threw it. And then you did the slowest turnaround known to man. Bro,
Someone wait, right?
it's like he's turning and blasphemous. It's like, bro.
Oh, did you see that?
Um,
I'll patch you up.
right now you should be setting up in main. They're um best way to set up. Obviously off angle, boom, that's a good spot. Um yeah, anywhere here on the high ground, here, good spots. Uh again, with nuanced games, there are 8 positions that are good. There are like 2 positions, usually that's bad. So on that side's good. Here's good. Um, here's good. Um, hard flanking all the way back here is relatively decent. But every single time you hard flank, you also have to realize who has died and who's coming. And that's also what people mess up on because they'll do the hard flank if it's a good idea until it's not, and there's 2 people looking at you and stuff like that. A hard flank would be a good idea, but just be mindful of those, destroy this and stuff like this. this is not a good idea staying.
They're on us.
Keep your tentacles to yourself, Namor.
The Thanos on your team, Bucky is doing what he needs to. This is bad because again, 7 characters can be doing what you're doing, but better, you're doing at most 50 damage to one target. Squirrel Girl would do 200 damage to everyone. Iron Man would do 200 damage to everyone. Cyclops would be doing much more damage to everyone. Moon Knight would be doing much damage to everyone. Even Punisher would literally obliterate them and make them not stand in main. So anything but this, any character but this should like kind of be in main. You being here, you're useless. You're not doing anything. Bucky can't stand there. You should not. You should be here, more optimally here. There's a lot of things you can see here that you can't see there. Optimally, you should be here. You would be able to see the traps, let your team walk in, do all this different type of stuff. Even this is good. Yeah, anywhere but where you're at. You're doing. You just wasted half of your jetpack not knowing what to do. Is what I mean by like you have to have mastery of your character because you should know what you're doing before you're doing it. It seems like you're trying to make the decision and it's costing your cooldowns to do it. Now, if like for example you have to run away and all that, you're already at half jetpack, which is a problem.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh boy, here they come!
Good, really good.
I like the
Oh, sweet moves, right?
Good, good.
That's the stuff.
Continue to break it.
Found a spider nest.
Good. This is one of the plays where you are changing. So this is the second time. I feel like you're actually making the game and good. I'm not mad at this. Team is dying. I know you want to go help them, but you can't. So you should have continued with your plan. I don't know if retreating is the best option because now you literally just have to get in side position. You should just stay in the background. You have the cooldowns and the resources to do that. No one can get to you. Literally, no one on their team. You've got to hit your shot because every second is precious. Good. I understand why you went there, but I still think that's a mistake. You wanted to get closer because they started shooting you and you didn't want to die. But now you're at main.
By the
I want to see that. And kind of talk about what I mean by like always having a cooldown when someone. This is what I mean. There's actually 4 people who could stop this. Bucky, Luna, Freeze, Hood with his bubble. He can also phase through it. You can also jump through it, which you did another time, which was really good. Emma, if she wasn't about to die, she can grab him, kick him. No, grab him, kick him, won't stop him. So always have something in mind that hey, they have ultimates that can like literally destroy us or something like that. How can I stop it? And I think Doctor Strange is like the best example Either Doctor Strange or like Scarlet's like the best example to always have in mind that if I have a cooldown that can stop that, I should always like have that in mind for when they ult. So it's not just boom, GG's. That's a minute where we have to respawn, regather, and all that. No, stop it because often they have to get out of position to do it, and that's what happens now. He gets out of position. This good guy here. I don't know how he got away. It doesn't matter. Yeah, should win this. Just clean up. This is really good. Just shoot. Just shoot. What's your target? Um, yeah, I still think work on your aim. Like you're shooting to hit just any dark figure that you see. Aiming is aiming to hit a specific target, uh, or that's what precision means, to hit a specific target that you're trying to hit. So a good aimer isn't just trying to hit body shots. That's literally anyone. A person who has good aim is trying to hit headshots. It's actually a miss to them to hit the body. Like, you want to hit their head. Not be comfortable or satisfied with just hitting the body or anything dark that moves across your screen. Specifically, target your eyes and look at their body move. This is really good. This is really decent. I think you had to make a decision there, and I think you didn't. Either you stay here and finish your food and kill her. She cannot heal this. Sorry, there's two of them there. I still think you all kill them. Like, you all do too much damage for Rocket and Invis, maybe the Penny Nest and stuff like that. If you stay here, you kill Penny, you kill Rocket, and she's just now coming back. So I don't even think she's even healing. I might be wrong.
A little help, please.
Oh no. So she's alive. Okay. But you have to make a decision. And I know there's 17 seconds left. So you're nervous and stuff like that. But you have to make the decision though. Yes, we all hear the portal opening and stuff like that. You did the right thing. You destroyed that. Though, honestly, I don't know if that was the best decision. Um, Maybe just shooting her. But cool, it's gone. You already got one kill out. Now, you all have committed. You used that too much when you kind of just wasted a second. Every second that you can be shooting is 480 damage that you could be shooting to her head. But you're kind of using this cooldown for a aware target. You use this for an unaware target so you can get them in one place, so you can hit them in their head. This is a target that is aware. Just shoot them. She gets really, really low, and you give up, and you rush back over here. And I don't think this is the right play. I think you all have already committed here. Try to quickly clean up over there, because now you guys didn't get what you guys needed to do there. So y'all get ran over. Y'all left Hood for whatever reason. And then you guys came here with packed out. So it's really jack of all trades, master of nothing. You all didn't do what you all needed to do there, and you all obviously didn't do what y'all needed to do here, and that led to
Counting on you,
this.
friend. Disappear! The current score is 0-2.
Nice to
Yes, my
know I
love.
haven't lost my hunter's instinct after all these years.
Almost.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I know.
I know that.
Okay, so defense, same thing. Always just think of defense for Starlord. The same way you want to attack is the way that you want to defend. So often when people be like, "Oh, this person's good on defense, but bad on offense," I don't think that's necessarily true. Um, the same way that you approach something on offense is kind of how you approach it on defense. There is some caveat there, but yes, stay up here, guard this position, cool. That's the same position that you would want to attack at. You want to go here, guard this position, cool, blah, blah, blah. But also don't overextend, like have an escape plan. Boom, know where the health packs are and stuff like that. This is a cool position, but also know that you are limited because you are too far from the targets. You can't do that much damage from here. Um, if you're going to stand here, for example, Squirrel Girl would be better, Moon Knight would be better, Iron Man would be better, Storm, so on and so forth.
The battle starts in 5,
This is
4,
decent.
3,
This is very
2,
dangerous,
1.
and I think, and I hope that you don't just shoot them while they're just walking out because
Well, looky here.
that was
Explosive
pointless.
spiders? Friends have saved my life far more times than weapons. So,
They're good.
go, Vanguard.
You don't shoot them. You want to. If you are, so this is what I mean. This is terrible because you just see bodies and you throw it at anyone and then boom. Even if you are going to drop down, this is terrible because you're aiming at them. Remember what I said. Think of a line. There are line leaders, there are people in the back, the caboose or whatever. You always shoot the caboose. You're dropping down. When you land, you're going to be in the middle of boom, 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 boom. These people are already looking this way. These people can just turn around, and I don't know if you survive. You shouldn't. If you're in a better lobby, you would die before you touch the ground because this is bad. What you should have done, if you're going to do that, is throw it down here, let the invis stick there, and quickly one tap her. Um, maybe stay around the corner, shoot the Jubilee, and then one clip her too. You can get a 2-for-1 and run away before the Hella Thanos you. And this is probably gonna be a rough game because Hella Namor. But yeah. Anyways, this is a 0 out of 10 what you're doing right now.
Trap set!
So I'm gonna show you something. You do not get any shots yet. You have 7, 8, 3, 4 damage.
Vehicle to its destination.
Trap set!
I want you to go. So by the time that you have to leave, you have done 170 damage. Squirrel Girl and one Acorn would do 3 times that much in a safer position while causing much more disruption. You have literally done nothing. So this you are currently a negative because now you are running away while your team is fighting 5 versus 6 because you're running away. You're using your cooldowns to run away because you can't shoot because you have to run away. This is why positioning in optimal play is much better. If you're gonna do a play like this, go for this. If you're not gonna do it correctly, then play Squirrel Girl or something like that and shoot here and get the damage that you're gonna do. By all means, again, if you're in a slightly better lobby, you die here. Again, the team is kind of doing a lot of their folk work, so it feels like, I'm doing something good. This is cleanup, so doesn't matter. Point of cleanup is just to kill them or push them back to spawn. It really doesn't matter. It's just to desynchronize their respawn times. Point is either push them back into spawn, kill them, but don't die. And this is very dangerous. You're 250 health. You're standing in front of 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, if you're better, if they were better, you die. I don't know what happened here. They suck, so stay alive. Again, if they were better, you should die again. This is terrible. Where you should be. Here, they hit you, boom, that hurts. Let me hide behind here. We're gonna get a health pack, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You could be guard dogging here, shooting here, boom, boom, boom. Or my best opinion, up here, getting ready to do your second, and it was supposed to be your second and successful dive on the supports where you do your cooldown, root them, shoot them. Stay here, nothing. We're gonna go up, good. Currently, this is good. This is bad. Again, terrible because what are you doing? These people are in the back. These ones are not. You don't just aim for a target. Like, you have to have in mind that there's a line leader, there's a caboose. You don't want to jump in front of the middle. This one, I will actually be there. Yeah, okay. I'll give you. Out of all the other ones, I can see how you survive. This one is the most insane one that you did so far, and the reason why you reinforced the insane play is because you got away with it because they suck, and your team kept bailing you out. So inside your head, you kept thinking, "I did a good play," so you did it 3 times, and now you are finally, paying the consequences for it. Look how many people are looking at you. This is horrid. Again, you should have died before you even touched the floor. They're lucky they let you live this long somehow, and you die. Honestly, yeah, nothing much to be said. Don't do this. Don't do that spraying stuff that you do. We talked about that in depth before. It's a bad habit that you need to break. If you're going to do that, literally just play Squirrel Girl. Just play Cyclops. Just play anyone else that has ricocheting bullets, because this is useless and ineffective. Spray here, root them, one clip. The person who's last, always. So now they push up very, very much because you all were 5 versus 6. You were the entry pick. So currently you are a very bad negative here.
Did you see that?
Your team is trying to equalize it. Your team is trying to equalize it, but again, them trying to fix a mistake. You never want to be the entry pick, because in the same way that people can carry by getting solo picks, you sell by being the entry pick and losing your team to 5 versus 6. So you being the first one to die is always like a net negative. And when like even stats look good, like oh right now, um, your stats are better than their team. But if you guys lose this, I wouldn't be surprised because the entry picks can literally change the game. Um, uh, the best way to think about it, I'm not sure if it's the best way to think about it actually, but it's the best way I think about it. In chess, often the one who makes a mistake early, um, is the one who loses the game, which is why like people study like openings like very very rigorously, because they're just like, and in matter of fact, I think chess is like actually a perfect example because in chess there's usually 8 different good moves, which causes like paralysis because you can move here, you can move here, you can move here. All of those moves are good, but there are 2 moves that are blunders that like it's like if I went here, this changes the entire outcome of the game. Um, Now, with that said, also in chess, the one who makes the mistake is the one now on the back foot because it's the even game between black and white until boom, someone makes a mistake. And that's the same thing inside Marvel Rivals Overwatch. You never want to be the entry pick, and you were the entry pick here, and now they're getting free progress, and now it's a domino effect. So even though you guys have better stats because you were the entry pick, you are the net negative, and ultimately possibly the reason that so it's like your head you're just like I'm 14-4, it's like how are we losing this and such. Yes, because you're the entry pick, you were down this, now you hold on your back foot. You all literally went from spawn camping them to now they're probably going to push this all the way unless someone on your team does something which is just that. So I want you to have that in mind. Because you died and you were entry picked, it costs your rocket alt, it costs your Bucky alt, it costs your Hood alt, and it costs your Emma alt. Just from one death, which you probably in your mind thinks it was a very, very small death. Just to show you, I'm not exaggerating how important entry picks are right now. So again, they are literally like pushed all the way into their spawn. Everything's going you all's way. It has been 1 minute and they have not crossed this corner. This is really, really, really good. The problem now is this, where this is equal. You all have everything that you all need to. If you keep it like this, they do not go here. All you have to do is not blunder. That is your one and only job. Your team is better than theirs. You all have showed it in the last round, and you all have showed it in the first minute here. Just don't blunder. And you blundered. This is a big, big blunder, and now that's caused you guys this. So, Bucky has his ult. Hood's about to get his ult. Emma's about to get her ult. I also want you to pay attention to your inactivity. Compare your ultimate charge to literally everyone else's. He already has his ult. He's at 62. He's at 65. He's at 77. He's at 81. You're at 48. You're supposed to have your ultimate at the same time as the supports if you have high active time, and you don't. So now, just to equal and stop the bleeding, and it took you 30 seconds to get back in the fight after you made your blunder. Bucky has your ult here. which isn't terrible because now Jubilee and Invis ulted. However, now though, so you all don't, because now Bucky dies. Rocket has to ult. Emma has to ult. And now Hood had to ult. So your mistake caused them 4 ultimates. But people don't recognize that. They're just like, look at my stats, I'm doing so good and all this. You were the entry pick, and now it cost them 4 ultimates in an attempt to stabilize. Now, when they come back with their ults, you all don't have counter ults, especially because you're not active enough to have your ult like as fast as them. Yeah, whatever setting this is, I think you gotta change it. This is you. It's like you're moving in molasses. This is not it. Yeah, your gimmick might need some work too because I don't understand how he doesn't have ult either. This is here we go. Emma died there. Unfortunate, she got res. That's cool. Currently you're back to doing nothing. You're just now crossing the 10K while Hood is at 20K, for example. Um, you have been the least useful on your team. You had some good, brilliant plays with your ultimate in the first round, breaking the penny nest so you can walk through and stuff like that. Currently, you have been a negative. If you're any better, this should have been like a walk down. Um, just look at their team and what they have been providing. But again, you're playing your character so subpar that it's pretty much a 5 versus 6. Whatever this is that you think you're doing, it's literally doing nothing. If you were Squirrel Girl, this would be a 6 versus 6. You're Starlord, and you're shooting like these pellets that have insane fall off damage and doing nothing. So it's a 5 versus 6. They are pushing for free. Here, we're just literally here. This is dangerous, and actually, at this time, I would not recommend it because Hela will kill you, Bucky will kill you, Thor will kill you, even the supports will kill you, and you're so far away from your team because they're there. So hard flanking inside this case, I would not recommend. Soft flanking, like here, is also pretty dangerous because they could isolate you, to be honest. Um, but that's also not the worst thing in the world. Like if you know how to play it, let them chase you because your team could take advantage of it. If 3 people try to get you from here, and you kept your cooldowns, mind you, let's say you don't fly over here, so you're walking, you're shooting, boom, 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 all try to chase you. Cool. You have your jetpack to fly literally all the way over there. But whatever this is a negative. So you're 5 and 6 in that. To emphasize the 5v6. Bucky's at his optimal range. He's doing what he needs to. What is this? Oh. Okay, so that's why. Good.
Look who's here.
Maybe they went to go fight something. Oh, that's us. Alright, ignoring his mistakes. Or whatever he did. Again, This could be equalized. Yeah, he just took a break. This is this is so insane. Bucky is doing great. Ignoring him, whatever you're doing is inoptimal because you're not in your effective range. Hood, optimal range. Emma, optimal range. Um, Rocket's getting AoE kills, optimal range. So you are the only one who is playing non-optimally right now, and well, other than Gambit, but it shouldn't have mattered so drastically because he's having the AoE hills and stuff like that, and you could be doing there. So I also do want to emphasize this that you got your ult around the same time as a Gambit who has been like kind of AFK. That just shows like how inactive you have been and how out of your optimal range that you have been playing.
Oh, did you see that?
Did you miss me?
Someone scratched my back. Wow, I was looking for one of these.
I knew you were gonna do this, and obviously, bad play. He finally left. This is just illness, to be honest. I do think he obviously caused you all this point, but I don't think it was a complete wash if you were doing what you needed to do. Um, so it was a domino effect of bad things where you're doing bad, he was AFK, and now you're about to do this, which is silly because what? Hit scan, potential hit scan, she can shoot you down, she can shoot you down. His lightning realm has no fall off. You're probably gonna die. You might get one, but realistically, yep. And mind you, this is Diamond 2. If this was Grandmaster 1, Celestial, much less Eternity or top 500, and I really want you to think like a top 500 person, not like, oh, I got away with it in Diamond. The goal is to operate as if you are in those top 500. Uh, Before you even got the voice line out, you would be dead. Like literally before he even says all right, you would be dead. And mind you, this is Diamond 2 that you died in to a Diamond 2 Hella. How much more a top 500 Hella? So this, you should etch this in your brain. This is a terrible, terrible play. And this isn't the way to try to equalize a quote unquote hopeless situation. The best way, if you were to equalize it, is literally wait for the portal teleport. If it doesn't happen, just save it for the next fight, where there's actually a good chance of making it work. Whatever this is the worst thing that you could have done because now you lost your ultimate for no reason. And now, when you guys engage next time, you don't have your ultimate to actually stop the fight.
Only 60 seconds left.
Yeah, so that's probably the game. And probably the VOD review. So both of these games, very, very, respectively, like kind of ineffective. I think the damage like really tells like a huge story where Starlord can really have some very, very big damage numbers, and he should have like high solo kills. Let me show an example. So this is very, very, very terrible. This is also terrible. 2.7 is terrible, and then 1. Yeah, this is terrible, and then this is terrible. Uh, Mind you, I'm not a DPS player on this game. I just kind of show you an example. If you want to carry your game, this is when I did the unranked 2 GM, like season 0 or whatever. And I think GM at that time was like Celestials. Your solo kills should be this at minimum. And mind you, like I'm not an optimal Starlord. I just did this so I can show you guys like how to. And this also, in my opinion, is like really low. I don't play these characters. And that was season 0. I think next time, like I did a unranked 2 Celestial, I did Hela. Yeah, I did Hela and Adam. Again, 4.5, 4.3. In order to carry, you need solo kills. And a matter of fact, even Adam, you need solo kills. Like, I believe even with him, like, the problem with your Starlord is your Starlord stats are like my Adams. And what? You know, that's pretty terrible. Your Starlord needs to be a threat where, you know, on the back line, you're putting like so much pressure on the enemy that that's how you carry a game. I want to show you actually what top 500 looks like, and not my BS stats look like. I know so many top 500 BS here. Here's a decent one, but as you can see, like, to really be like these, your solo kills has to be enough. Like, that means you're not finding, to get solo kills, that means you're not finding anything. You are taking off angles to where you're pressuring so many people, and you can get those kills individually. That's how you carry a game. Some of these people didn't play this season, so actually let me change it to season. Okay. That would have been a good one. Yeah, I think a lot of them turn it off because playing it and stuff like that. Yes, so it means as you can see, 4.5, 5 a lot. This pretty good. This good. This is interesting. Blah, blah, blah. But this is most likely her main and their main, and as you can see, you need solo kills to like really, really, you know, carry these games and such. So without that, you're pretty ineffective. So if you're gonna sit main, choose a better character. Choose to Cyclops, to Johnny, to Iron Man, who's I wouldn't say Kilgore, but choose Punisher, choose Bucky. If you are going to be effective as a carry who takes off angles, who takes duels, then you can choose Starlord. And then you can, fight on those off angles. But you need to have those solo kills. And without that, you won't be able to, carry. Like even with Catelyn, like without those solo kills, mind you, my job isn't to get those solo kills per se. It's to distract, create space in other ways. I still have to get these solo kills. And that is terrible that I don't have a solo killing ult. So my solo kill shouldn't be higher than, what yours is. So that just kind of shows like inside the ways that you have to improve. Like if you want to carry, you have to get that up. That is like not that's mandatory. I think he's a good example, but I think his is private right now. But you'll see with his that with his Starlord and his magic, he has like extremely high like solo kills, and that shows like he has like very very high killing pressure, which the enemy has to pay attention to. But Sean's problem is more staying alive. It's not the pressure that he creates, because that's actually really, really good. Your problem is both staying alive and putting pressure. So those are two things that you have to work on. One, not staying main, taking those off angles, not jumping in front of people. That'll probably be my last point. Hopefully the most important point. And not being the entry pick. We talked about that during the tournament, and
Ready to plant some seeds and reap the rewards.
To showcase, this is the support, this is the tank. Oh, sorry, this is the DPS. This is the tank. Or actually, let me say, this is the tank. This is the DPS. This is the support. And let's say they're all facing this direction. I never should try to engage this person and this person is still alive. Because if I shoot this person is looking directly at me. These people are facing this way. So I go to the back, the caboose, and I shoot this person. Because by the time this person has to turn around at me, I already have a half.
I totally rock that.
Double KO.
If you hit your shots, they die very, very quickly.
Makes 3.
Always remember, when you shoot the body,
Wow, 4 in a row.
you have to shoot twice as much to do the same damage that you would if you just hit their head. So always just hit their head, whenever you can. Think of not hitting their head as a miss. Hella is good because she can hit the head and do this. If I'm going to hit the body, there's like so many other characters that I should pick other than Hella. So yeah, without overly yapping more than I already have, positioning, going all those off angles much quicker, being much more active. In both of these games, your team got their ults much faster than you have. You were on the. Whenever your team was winning, it was often because your team, not because you. In both of those games, you had made like one winning play, and that was kind of it. When your team wins, it should kind of be you. Meaning, if you were on the enemy team, the enemy team should win. You're on your team should win. You should, either or wins. your positioning and your engagements needs to be much, much better. Attack the person in the back, not the person in the middle, um, or where they can all turn for you. Um, I want to emphasize stop doing those things that you can get away with in Diamond and creating bad habits. Um, and getting away with it once or twice, really creates a neural pathway inside your head that you think that you're always going to get away with it. But, in reality, in a top 500 lobby, you won't. So practice those habits now. Um, and yeah, aim for the head. That's that.